Welcome back to Primetime News, and for those of you watching on onespotmedia.com, a special welcome to you. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced several changes to the restrictions that have been in place to contain the spread of the coronavirus. The changes concern bars, churches, and the curfew hours. Our reporter Dwayne Anderson has been listening to the press conference and now joins us live. Dwayne, what's the latest?
Right, so the changes announced by the Prime Minister are to help facilitate business in the country. His response follows calls from the powerful private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, and the Jamaica Manufacturers Association and Exporters Association. The groups had called for a reopening of the economy, albeit on a phased basis.
So from Wednesday, it's an 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew. Then the Sunday, before Labor Day, it is a 3 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew. And then when that Labor Day weekend is over, then the new curfew is a 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. So we are gradually loosening the curfews. We're giving businesses an opportunity to have more time. We have not specified business hours or travel hours in this new gazette, which we are about to publish. So we expect that business owners will use their discretion in terms of their opening and closing hours to allow for their staff to be able to travel within the curfew period.
Now some good news also for churchgoers. Starting Saturday and for the next 2 weeks, churches will be allowed to open. Mr. Holness warned that the measures will only be made permanent if we see no spike over the 2 weeks of these places reopening. He said the country only has a little over 300 bed spaces for COVID-19 patients and cannot manage an outbreak. Therefore, it is up to Jamaicans, including the church members, to continue practicing safety measures such as physical distancing.
Persons being arm length apart. So one arm's length apart and then the other person's arm's length apart. So that would ensure that, for example, if you were in a church hall of 1,000 square feet, that you would have just over 20 persons within the hall. Churches will be required to do temperature checks on entry. The social distancing rules would continue to apply.
As for those persons seeking another type of spirit, they will also be able to get their fill. The Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie, said bars will be reopened soon. There are said to be over 10,000 bars in the country with at least 2 workers each, meaning close to 20,000 persons may have been displaced by the closure of these bars over the last few weeks.
Commencing the 19th of May and will remain open for 2 weeks. During that period, we will assess the operation of these bars along the following lines. The social and physical distancing must be maintained. We are expecting that no more than 5 persons, including the bartender, shall be in the bar at any one time. All seating arrangements outside the bars must be maintained. Physical distances of 6 feet between each single seating unit. There shall be no stools, no benches, chairs, nor table for persons within the bar. There shall be no group games, domino, etc. inside the bar or on the premises occupying the bar. Poker boxes, and other such gambling and gaming instruments must be placed at least 6 feet apart to ensure social and physical distancing. There shall be no events that promote social gathering, such as parties and round-robin events.
Now, I must also tell our viewers that there are now 505 COVID-19 cases, a marginal increase of just 3 cases in the last 24 hours. It's back to you, Herman.